to the hotel in Beirut, near where we lived. It was destroyed in some shelling a couple of months before he was taken. A carbine. Michael used to take pictures as he walked along. He wasn't looking for these kinds of things, we just couldn't avoid them. People at the university told him it was dangerous. It made people notice him. Even more. And he did stop. A few weeks before. This guy commanded a whole block. He liked Michael. He wanted to pose. Michael heard people had started fishing with grenades. They'd just toss a grenade in the water and fish that way. Michael said he could have taken this picture 100 times. I'm not sure what it was about him. He didn't know it. He saw something different as he passed. Maybe the light shining on her in a different way. Maybe it's the way she's standing there. Whatever it is. All the values just seem to hold me.
What's the matter?
I want to stop now.
You just started.
I'm sorry.
I'll get the lights.
Don't.
You want to sit in the dark?
Do you think they still blindfold him?
They might. Who can know?
Do they chain him?
They might. Those are good photos. He's a good photographer.
He's a good teacher, too. I'm sorry, these pictures were harder than I thought. I shouldn't have agreed to show them to you.
It's a shame. They go really well with an interview. If you ever give me an interview.
I can't decide.
It's been 2 months.
Why haven't you written anything up till now? You've more than enough without me talking.
I guess I'd like your permission. My editors think I'm crazy. That's why. I won't write anything unless you want me to. That's a promise.
What's a promise?
You were teaching after you got back. But then you took a sudden leave of absence.
You've been asking about me?
Why'd you leave?
It's hard to teach natural sciences when...
What?
When nothing's natural.
So, just sit around here all day?
No. I'm working on a project. It's something I couldn't do in Beirut.
What is it?
I watch birds. I go down to the marsh a couple miles away, and warblers mostly. I'm working on them.
Does it relax you?
It teaches me.
And the rest of the time you're here? Doesn't seem like much of a life.
Michael's here. I can't explain it, but for me, he is. In this room. The moment I feel the warmth of his body. The rest of the house. Everywhere else is cold.
You should talk to people. Away from here. Yeah, at work.
I work in the marsh.
You should talk to friends. What about the other hostage families?
It's like looking in a mirror.
What about talking to the public? That really hasn't been tried enough yet. We could start with an interview in depth about
My pain?
among other things. We could run in the newspaper, 2, 3 installments, maybe more.
We could run my pain in installments.
It's better than hiding in a marsh.
Ellen says they won't help anyone but the kidnappers.
No one knows what will help. That's the thing. That's the first thing. No one knows what will help. All we know is what we have done and what hasn't helped. And staying silent hasn't helped.
Why do you care about this? You don't have anyone over there.
I care about people who are going through what you're going through.
But why? Why our pain? There's so much to pick from. The world is full of terrible outcomes. Why did you choose this? Is it because you can win an award?
An award? What are you talking about?
Intense suffering, a long series, lots of installments, a Pulitzer Prize?
Somebody think I'm here? I waited 2 months. You think that's how I go after a Pulitzer Prize? I'd be on your doorstep every morning. I'd be having a march with you.
I'm sorry.
I stared into too many faces, yours included. People have been told, your husband is gone, you make a debt, nothing you can do. Why I'm here is because more than anyone else, any other family, I mean, you understand what's really going on.
What's really going on?
What's really going on is they'll let him die. They've already made a value judgment on him and the others. To this administration, it is more effective to use his captivity and even his death to push a bunch of policy points than it is to use every possible means to get him back.
You really think that?
I know it. And so do you. The day he's reported dead, do you think they will be taking any responsibility? They will be all over the news, pointing their finger at every terrorist in the Middle East, saying, these are barbarians. Don't try to understand them. Just let us do what we must do. We'll let them.
What do you think I should do?
I said, speak out. Do interviews. Go on TV if you have to.
No.
Why not?
It's too public for me. It's too public.
Fear of public speaking, that's up there with what? Fear of falling? Fear of loud noises?
That's not fair.
Oh, I'm not being fair. Oh, I'm sorry, you're right. Loud noises can be pretty rough.
Stop that!
That's probably going to be the last thing that Michael hears. Only it won't be 2 hands clapping. It'll be a gun.
Get out of here!
Care about your husband.
I do!
Then do something.
I am!
Do more!
No! Do you know what will get him back? Nothing we can understand. Whatever took Michael, whatever will get him back is a power so incomprehensible we'll never understand it. And all the running around screaming about injustice won't change a thing. All we can do, all anyone can do, is take pictures of mourning widows. Write stories about mourning widows. Become fascinated with widows of men who aren't even dead yet. But nothing will make a difference.
Lainie, I'm just...
Get out! If I want to see a scavenger, I'll go to the marsh.
War isn't a tear in the fabric of things. It is the fabric. If Earth is our mother, our father is war. The chief priority for us on Earth is to vie with each other for a place to stand. Does any of this make any sense, Lainie? I'm trying to explain why this has happened to us. Americans fight all the time, lots of wars, but always far away. We haven't had to fight for the soil of our own ground in a century. We've forgotten that level of sacrifice. These people haven't. Every person in this country, Christian, Sunni Muslim, Shiite, Palestinian, Israeli, They're fighting for the ground they stand on, the ground itself. They stand here or nowhere. That makes it easy for them to give up their life. Small sacrifice. It makes it easy for them to kill, too. Small sacrifice. You know how it feels being here, surrounded by it all? Like I'm finally part of the real world for the first time. Lainie, nothing in me ever felt affected until this happened. And you know what it has me thinking of? Shiloh, Vicksburg, the wilderness. What those places must have been like. Suffocating, bleeding, endless disaster, stacking of bodies 10 deep for a few feet of our ground. Don't you see? We're no different from these people. We just forgotten. We believe this urge has somehow disappeared. We abstract everything. We objectify, talk about global politics, and how it all affects the balance of power. Do you know what a 20-year-old Shiite thinks about the balance of power?